everyone, welcome back to Juggling, week 3 with me, Marc Dominic, here on Non-Stop Kids TV. So, if you've been following along and seen our previous 2 videos, you will have made a set of juggling balls. You may have some, or you'll have made these, which are no-sew juggling balls. Now in our last video, we learnt a basic pattern. Can you remember what it's called? I hope you can. That's right, that's good. It's a 3-ball cascade. And we started off by throwing one ball up hand to hand, making the ball travel across to level with our eyes. We then got to 2 balls. And then to 3. And if you've practiced, you should be able to do this, our basic 3-ball cascade. And if you can do that, good job. If you're not there yet, it doesn't matter. Don't worry, keep trying. There are lots of tricks that we can teach you, but I don't want to make them too complicated. So, I'm going to show you a trick that you can probably do quite quickly. Do you remember when we started and we're throwing the balls up like this? I want you to throw it a bit higher, and this time in an arc. Like that. Can you try that? Hold your hands in that normal relaxed position and just throw up, over the top. Now if you're looking through the middle of the pattern, this ball should go up like that. Now if you throw it a bit higher, gives you a bit more time. Throw it from your right hand to your left and left to right. Cool. Now we're going to try and do that when we're doing our cascade. So when we're juggling, we're going to decide one ball and throw it over the top. So we can just go over the top one way. We can do it with one ball, or we can try and do it with every ball. Doesn't matter if you drop it. Pick up a ball and start again. So you throw one over the top every time. Now that can be a bit difficult and a bit fast with one hand. Doesn't matter. We pick them up and we start again. I suggest cascade, and then you throw one over the top. If you just do one, it looks a bit more impressive. If you then want to build it up and do 2, and then back to a cascade, you can do. So that is one ball, so all the balls are going round in the same direction, in a loop. Now, the reason I like to practice throwing one ball from one hand to another like this is because in juggling, there's a 3-ball trick called tennis. Instead of throwing one ball just over the top, like that, when it lands, we're going to throw it back, but from the other hand. I keep dropping them. It doesn't matter if you keep dropping them, because it's all about trying. Remember, you will never learn a magic trick. You will never learn a juggling trick. You'll never learn anything unless you get used to making mistakes. If you're too scared to drop the balls, then you're never going to try. So, we try again. Over the top. When you get your rhythm, just feel, try again. And there's still one just goes over the top and back. So you're going to throw it like a tennis ball. Now, that may be easy for some of you and hard for others. So are there other tricks we can do? Well, if you think of a cascade going one way, we can do a reverse cascade, which is a bit like tennis. So instead of balls going this way, we're throwing them over the top, and they're going backwards. So it's over the top. So you can go underneath, over the top, and drop them. Pick them up and start again. Now, the balls can go over the top or underneath. Our hands, well, I like doing this trick because when you are throwing the balls up, instead of throwing the balls either side, I'm going to move my hand underneath to throw it. So if I'm here, instead of throwing it this way, I'm going to throw it underneath and it comes in from the side. So I'm going to go it looks a bit confusing because your hands are doing this. But that's fine. If you've got good dance skills, this is a good one for you. So I'm throwing 1, 2, catch, and I throw underneath. 1, this side, catch, 2. So all I'm doing with my hands to throw the balls up in different ways. So I can start off with my Cascade, get my rhythm, and go underneath. Now, if I drop, I just pick up. Now, sometimes when you do this, it's easier for people to move like they're dancing. Yeah, get into the groove. So, and you can mix that up. Underneath, over the top, underneath. Drop them again. Doesn't matter, just pick them up. Now remember, if you're practicing and you're doing a lot of dropping, you can do it over a chair, or you can do it over a bed or a table, which means you just have to reach down and pick them up. So you can throw underneath, over the top. If you drop one, you can just keep going with 2 hands, or try and juggle 2 balls in 1 hand, which is just the same as you would do as if you're using a second hand or 3 balls. And you can make them in circles, or you can try and throw them up in straight lines. So you're moving your hand out and in. That's called columns. Doesn't matter if we drop them. We pick them up and we start again. Now, these basic patterns will just get you moving and get your hands and eye coordination working. Now, you can play around with all sorts of tricks. So some people like to bounce off their arms. And so instead of throwing up, they'll bounce off their arm. Now, see, oh, backwards. Hey, you can practice with 1 ball. Instead of throwing your arms underneath, throwing your arm behind your back here. And just practice throwing the ball up and catching it. You have to get used to your body, how high you throw it up, where it's going. Every ball, now some people will look over the shoulder, see it, that's it, whoa. Pick it up and practice again. 1, up, and catch. You can try the other side, up, and catch. Ooh. Now, those sort of things you can put in as you're going along and just try throwing and catching. The other thing some people like to do is catch the ball on the back of their hands. So opening your fingers, throwing it up, and catching it like that. Now, when you catch it, if you point your hands down, it will roll off like this. If you move your hand up and down with it, whoop, it can bounce off, or you can throw it up and absorb. So you're not trying to catch it hard, you're catching it in and absorbing its energy and slowing it down. Up, down. Now, when you get juggling balls or proper bean bags, you'll find the shape makes some of these tricks easier. So you can try up, starting from there, and then back into juggling. If it drops, it doesn't matter. Pick it up. It's just gravity doing its job. So, that's a few ideas on tricks that you can start to do with your juggling balls. Whether you're using one hand, one ball, two hands, it's about practice and just having a go. I learned a trick because I just dropped the ball at the side of me like this. And instead of me catching it, I kicked my leg up. It took, ooh, and it keeps back. Oh. Now, for me, using a bean bag is better. And when I've got shoes on, not socks, it's a lot easier because I use the ledge of my shoe. But I just got used to throwing the ball, dropping. Now, I learnt that, played around with it, and some people go, wow, that's really hard. But it's easy for me. Some people find a reverse cascade hard. Others find it easy. So, what I'd like you to do with your juggling balls is just have fun and play. And remember, it doesn't matter if you drop them on the floor. There are hundreds and thousands of different ways you can juggle 3 balls. And some of the techniques and some of the things that you will learn as you get much better at juggling have got some really cool names. Whether you're doing a Mills mess, a Boston mess, where you're doing clawing, normal cascade, reverse cascade, it doesn't matter. To me, juggling is just about having fun. So, relax, enjoy, and if you drop your balls on the floor, it doesn't matter. It's just about having fun. So, from me, Marc Dominic, and juggling here on Non-Stop Kids TV, I hope you practice, and please send in your videos of you doing your juggling. There's lots going on this week in Non-Stop Kids TV, so make sure you pop back and have a look, whether it's watching magic, science, magic with maths. It's all cool, it's all fun, and it's all free, and just for you. So till next time, bye!